everybody, and welcome back to another video. That hockey video that I did got such a positive response that I thought I would do something similar here with some of my Pokemon cards, and these are some of my favorite Pokemon cards that I own. Now, fair warning before I even get started here, I do not play the Pokemon card game. I do not have very many cards. I have maybe 200 or 300 of them. And I'm not saying that I think these are the best cards, and I'm not even saying that they're my favorite based off of their abilities in the game, because I'm not really sure what their abilities in the game are. For me, this will be based off of mainly the artwork on the cards and what that artwork evokes inside of me when I look at it. And that was the main reason that I collected the cards in the first place, was just because I liked the art and I liked, Pokemon in general. So anyways, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the first card I have here on the stack, and that is this Cubone. Now, if you are aware of the lore surrounding Cubone, there's very sad, very tragic. Cubone wears the skull of its mother on its head. For a children's cartoon, children's video game, it's very heavy stuff. But the artwork on this card, it just, you have Cubone looking up to the sky and with almost sort of like a sad yet hopeful determination, and there's something about it that just, I really like the artwork of the card for that reason. Hold on, excuse me for a second, allow me to move my mouse. The light was playing with the camera a little bit because of the difference, and it's still doing it. Hold on, I'm going to move the mouse somewhere else. Hopefully that fixes the issue. Okay, the next card on the stack is Baltoy, and this one, I just think it's kind of funny. Like, his eyes are closed and he's spinning, and you have like this blue effect around him, and then there's like these lights beneath him that almost kind of look like, for some reason, like, it looks like he's just like vibing at a music festival. Like, that's the impression I get when I look at this. It's like there's some EDM playing, and he's just in his own head, just vibing to the music, and it kind of makes me laugh a little bit, and that's why I like the artwork on this card. Okay. Next card is Quilava. So Cyndaquil and his evolutions are some of my favorite Pokemon ever, which you will know if you watched my Heart Gold playthrough, part 1. So immediately Quilava's getting points in my book for that, but I just love the fire, in the 2 separate areas here, and it kind of looks like he's like sliding back, after like avoiding an attack or something like that, and he's getting ready to like bounce forward with an attack of his own. It just looks really cool to me. Next, we have another fire type, Fennekin. This one, I just think it's really cute because, you have Fennekin in kind of a more cutesy art style, and like Fennekin has like her friend right here in Chikorita, and they're just playing, they're not here to fight, they're not here to, get into any battles. Fennekin and Chikorita, they just want to hang out, they want to run around, in this little town. You have like a street lamp here, they're gonna go maybe they're gonna get up to no good, they're gonna get into some shenanigans, maybe they're gonna, go steal some bread from a bakery or something like that. I think the artwork on this one is really cute, so I like that one a lot. Next one is Charmeleon, and this artwork. This one just really takes me back. When I was younger and first, getting into Pokemon. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow, and my parents would buy me cards. The old sets like Jungle and stuff like that, and I had a Charmeleon like this back when I was a kid. So really, the driving factor behind me liking this card here is nostalgia factor. I'm not gonna lie, but I just this is timeless to me. Chespin. This one is another one that I think is just kind of cute. Like, you have Chespin, he has this little wry smile on his face, and he's looking at these berries here, and he's happy. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna get a nice, tasty little snack right here when I get to these berries. And he's surrounded by them. He's gonna finish this bundle, then he can move over to this bundle, and this bundle, and this bundle, and he's just a happy camper right now, and I think that's a really cute artwork. Paris, this is a sad one. This one makes me feel sad. Like, Paris is just huddled up into this little nook in a tree, and it's pouring down rain outside, and he's trying to get shelter from the wet, and there's this spider web here, and it's just a very dreary, sad looking artwork. And if you know kind of some of the lore around Paris and Parasect, there's a lot of kind of sadness and tragedy around him as well. Maybe not to the extent of Cubone, but it's just I don't know. This artwork makes me feel a little blue. Okay. Now we have Ponyta. I've always liked Ponyta. I think I'm just a big fan of fire coming off of Pokemon in different places. You have the fire mane, and then the tail, and the tufts of hair, but they're fire. And there's something just about, Ponyta being perched up on the peak of a mountain. Like, Ponyta is a horse. How did it manage to get on top of a mountain? It has hooves. How do you get up there, Ponyta? Did you climb? Did you scale the mountain with your hooves? I don't know, there's something about the absurdity of the fact that Ponyta is standing on top of a mountain that I had to include this card. Okay. We have another Fennekin card. This one, I just think it's cool, when Fennekin is doing some sort of fire attack, which is interesting because looking at the card here, Fennekin does not have a fire attack, so why is it doing a fire attack on the artwork? It doesn't make any sense. But I just think it's really cool, Fennekin's is like, opening its mouth and blasting out. Hopefully it's some sort of grass type that the opponent has sent out to, in retaliation. Okay, what do we have here? Kricketot. This is another one that kind of gives me a sad feeling. Like, you see Kricketot here, posted up on the edge of the world, There's nowhere else for it to walk to. It's overlooking this vast, just dreary, foggy valley. There's lightning in the sky. It's like, it's kind of, it seems like it's some bad weather going on, and Kricketot's there's nowhere else to go. It's just, it's on its last bit of land. It's gotten this far, and it's nothing, it's stuck. That's kind of the impression I get from that one. Okay, our first psychic type. And it is also our first holographic type card, and that's Mewtwo. Mewtwo, when I was younger, was just always one of my favorite Pokemon. Always, super cool, super, badass, if you will. But I just love, the pose where it's like he's lined up like in a battle stance, like he's lining his whole body in alignment with whoever he's aiming this super powerful, psychic ball attack he's charging up. And I just think it's a really sick, just like action pose card. Another psychic type and another holographic, and that is this Gengar. Another one that's more of a cartoony, unrealistic art style, but I just really like, the tongue sticking out in the hand, coming at you, kind of like in a 3D way. This Gengar almost kind of reminds me of like a graffiti art style, if that makes any sense. Like, I almost feel like I would see this painted on the side of like a subway in Los Angeles. Not a subway, the side of like a rail car in Los Angeles or something, like that's just the kind of vibe that artwork gives off. Wow, 3 psychic types in a row. This is this Mew card. And I just think this is super cool artwork. You have Mew just floating happily through this beautiful little prairie. There's like a fruit tree right here, and some flowers in the air. And I don't know if you can tell, but Mew's holding, like a little flower of some sort, smiling, just enjoying itself. Its little tail is curled up, and I think it's just a really cute artwork. Mew looks happy, living its best life. And love that from you. Okay. Now we move on to Golduck. Golduck is one of my favorite Pokemon, and this is just such a cool artwork. He's like surfing the waves using his flippers, or whatever you would call those feet on a duck, and I think it's just super cool. He has his mouth open, basically smiling or laughing, just loving life, and riding the waves, catching the gnar. I love it. Taillow. There's something about this artwork, Taillow kind of looks like cocky. I don't know. I've always loved the bird Pokemon, the Taillow line and the Pidgey line. Those I've always liked those and kept one of them in my party. So that's part of the reason. And then also like his facial expression, like he's like, yeah, try me. What are you gonna do, buddy? I'm gonna fly away. I'll come in. I'll peck you. You're not expecting it. I just think it's a cool artwork. Dodrio. I don't really like Dodrio, but the one thing I really like about this artwork is I love how they have this sense of speed by putting these lines. You can tell Dodrio is just booking it towards somebody, and it is upset, just letting out this war cry over here with this far right head, and it's coming in. These two are gonna peck, and this one's gonna scream in your face as you're getting pecked. Utter nightmare. He's coming in like 150 miles an hour. Look at this. He is cruising. Then we get Pikachu. I just think this is a really cute artwork of Pikachu. You can see there's some of the electricity coming off him right here. Just smiling, enjoying life, being small in this little grass background. I can't really describe it, but I like that artwork. And then this is funny because I actually shuffled all these cards prior to making this video. I got all the cards together that were the ones I knew I wanted to show, and then I shuffled it. But somehow, right underneath Pikachu, we have Raichu. Raichu is my favorite Pokemon ever, so of course I had to include it here. This is not my favorite Raichu artwork. I've seen some other cards with artwork I prefer, but this is the only Raichu card I have. But Raichu's just laying in this nice field with some flowers around him. He has one eye closed, so he's a little sleepy. Either maybe he's just waking up, or he's just getting ready to drift off to sleep, hopefully like you are now. His little tail is wrapped around him here. I just think it's a really cool artwork, and my favorite Pokemon. I thought this Psyduck card was hilarious. Like, he looks like he's in so much distress, like he's so anxious about something, and I don't know what could be upsetting this Psyduck so deeply. Is it this fish that's jumping out of the water? I don't know, but when I saw this artwork, it made me laugh just based on how nervous and like distraught he looked, so I had to include it. And now we're getting to our first item card. And this is the Helix Fossil Ammonite, and the reason I included this has nothing to do with the card itself, but it just reminds me of Twitch Plays Pokemon and, Lord Helix and all that stuff. So when I was going through all my Pokemon cards trying to pick out the ones I wanted to put into this video, I saw this. I had flashbacks to spamming start in Twitch chat and things like that when it was Anarchy mode, so I had to include it. Here we have Gyarados. I've always thought Gyarados was just an awesome looking Pokemon, so intense and cool, and it looks like, he's like going up this waterfall, and he's just barely in the water. He doesn't need to be fully in the water to go up the waterfall, and you can see he just has this look of angry determination, like he is not going to be held back by this waterfall. He will climb to the top and do what must be done, and I just think it's really awesome looking artwork, and the detail like around his face and everything is just really awesome looking. This one just made me laugh when I was going through my cards. I have no idea. It's just a picture of a guy. I don't know if this is somebody who works for the Pokemon Company or something like that. And I don't know what this says across him. I wish I could read Japanese, but this just made me laugh, so I had to throw it in. This is another one that I threw in for nostalgic purposes. Something about seeing this like OG style, even with the old school border and the old school plate on top potion. Like this just took me back, this took me back to the late 90s, early 2000s, being a kid, like buying these cards, not knowing what I was doing, that's the main reason I threw it in here. There's obviously nothing special about Potion. There's nothing special about this artwork, but it's perfectly nostalgic. Oops. Here we have another Psyduck. This one, he looks like he's in a little bit of a better mood. He's sitting on the shoreline here. The sun is shining. Maybe he's trying to get a little bit of a tan before he jumps into the water later to swim. I just wanted to throw this one in because it was, it's nice to see, in contrast to the last Psyduck card where he was so upset, him just being able to sit here and enjoy himself a little bit. He deserves it. These cards are just spinning on me. I'm going to come to the other side of the microphone now. Lucario. There's just something about the way his face looks. It's like that quiet determination that like the protagonist of a martial arts movie or something gets when somebody tells him like you're too weak or you can't defeat me, things like that. That's what his expression reminds me of, and his pose, he's looking up and to the side, and it's a very cinematic pose, and it takes me back to like a Bruce Lee type movie or something like that, or maybe not even a Bruce Lee movie exactly, but just the idea of that type of movie, and like the protagonist who's like getting ready to embark on a journey to overcome insurmountable odds. Vaporeon, actually my second favorite of the original evolutions, but I just think this is a really cool card. How you have you have his fins that come out over the border of the card, and like his leg right here comes out over the border of the card, and the water splashes that come off like even up here and everything, and his expression is just like, it's like the expression on Vaporeon's face here. It's, playful, but yet it's like it's playing, but still beating you in a battle. So that's like the expression I get here, and I thought that was really neat. And again, I did not plan this whatsoever. But would you speak of the devil? The next card on the stack is Flareon. I just think this card is really cute. You know, Flareon has her little paws here, like resting on the edge of the border, and it's almost like, you know, she like hopped up into a window or something, and like she's trying to like look at you as you walk by, like a city street or something. You know, like she's like a coffee shop dog or something like that. And then I love how there's like the little hearts, the little holographic hearts that are like here in the fire and over here on the side. I thought it was a really cute artwork, and I like how the hearts even continue down around the lower half of the card as well. And now here is probably, you know, one of the most popular Pokemon overall, and that is, of course, Charizard. I just love this full art card. I love how you have the fire streaking across Charizard here. His mouth is open. You see there's like a light forming in his mouth. You know, he's about to let out, you know, like a big, well, according to the card, it's a combustion blast. And his wings, you know, he's like in mid-flight, and he's just ready to mess people up. I thought this was a really awesome, just really engaging artwork. Down to our final two. So I'll take them off the table here. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to adjust and I'll set them down one at a time. Let's put this one down first. Growlithe. Again, this is one of those ones. I almost am a little disappointed that this is where we end the video, is with this one of these cards here instead of some of the ones we've already seen. But there's something about, you know, this nostalgic artwork. Growlithe is one of my favorite Pokemon, and this is that old school artwork, you know, from you know, the original sets that I think is just really nice looking, and it really just takes me back, kind of like some of the other cards I've talked about. And then the final card we have here. Actually, let me bring this closer. This was a terrible idea. Let me bring this closer. Okay. And this one is Minccino. And there's another one that I just think is really cute. You know, Minccino is here in this field. It's playing. It's dancing around amongst the flowers, which it's barely taller than. And it's just really enjoying itself and having a good time. And I think that's really, you know, I think that's really cute. And that's why I like it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It has been a very interesting one, to say the least. I like these more tangible videos where I can, you know, just kind of talk about objects in front of me. I think it's really kind of cool. And I hope you liked that part one of the Pokemon playthrough. I'm going to be recording part 2 kind of soon. There might be one other video between this and that, but be on the lookout for that for sure. I also want to go over my basketball cards, and I also have this, like, I have some, like, film books that I want to talk about, because I know I talked about films already on this channel. So I might go over some of those books. I have a book on Quentin Tarantino, and I have a book on Wes Anderson that might be kind of cool to take a look at. You know, there's a lot of good pictures in there, a lot of good behind the scenes stuff that I'm really into. So anyways, definitely subscribe to the channel if you like what you've been seeing so far, and leave a thumbs up on this video if you wouldn't mind. It definitely helps the video reach a much broader audience. Until next time, everybody, bye bye.